lane, so they're not sure if he's in that side brush, and it's going to be TL's looking for their play mid.
Pull the double whammy onto Scout. Pop Blossom down, interrupts the jump, and Tangle Barbs hits max range. He flashed in a straight line, and that's an easy rush into the wall.
Scout and APA just farming it out. APA does have that slight farm advantage, as well as the assist.
They didn't think he'd stick around. Weiwei just stayed up until he could find the play, and Core JJ is going to be the victim. Gala gets his first kill of this best of one, and Umti now looking for a response play, but it's free turret plating for Gala as he's still engaged on Umti. Wants the angle, but out of range, still slowed down, but you got to ask yourself, what can he find? An Impale is exactly that, but Hung tries to get out. The Shattering Strike down. It won't
I'm really happy about that, especially when you consider the fact that Jax is in this game, someone who can play through side lanes very well later on. But even if they do just end up getting the 5, they're going to be pretty happy about that, as Hung's looking mid with Zika.
APA may be in a bit of trouble. They picked the wrong target, though. He tries to cut out first, but drawn back into the Magnet Storm as Umti tries to carry. Even though he's brought Zika back into turret range, it's not enough damage. They find the mid laner of TL, but they got 5
just
grubs.
Give this one up. But LNG at least poking around, Hung just making sure that there is space for Gala in mid lane with that first blood. Now forces another flash down here on bot side, but if he does finish this recall, could be in trouble.
On the Core JJ is a Glacial Prison, but Umti's still here, but Shattering Strike stops him mid-wall. TL is stuck in a 3v3 with health bar disadvantages. LNG still hover around. It's a good attempt, but now...
Oh, they're looking for Zika.
It's a cheeky minion. Now that's a sus guy. How did he get here, says Zika, as he's got his flash available on the wrong side of the rift, but a Pop Blossom down means it's an easy kill.
Go different builds, you know, Proto Belt, you know, things like that. So we'll see where he is going to play.
Turret going as well, by the way.
LNG are able to take that bot lane tower. So it is going to be a trade with obviously first tower going to LNG, but all of the gold getting isolated on Yan is a really good thing. For the TL.
Now, right?
Yeah, I know Yan has improved a lot, and we'll see. As it's going to be another flash force there by Umti, but Umti is going to be in some trouble.
He is in no man's land, but he won't get pulled out of the wall, so he drifts his way out. TL are still thinking about the engage as Zenith Blade turns it on its head. Solar Flare onto Gala on the back. Pop Blossom is no one. Gala flashes away and Hung disengages rather, resets up the equalizer, hurting as well, separating TL from one another. And Zika just lets the flamethrower unleash. LNG know they've got them on the run, and TL can't stay.
The bot lane tier 1, they're going to crash the Herald into mid. They're likely going to get both of these towers, and that is going to open up a significant advantage for LNG. TL really overcommitting. Obviously, there's no flash on APA or Umti either. Core in a spot here could be dangerous.
He engaged onto that. He's now used his Solar Flare, but Hung and Zika are the ones in trouble. Umti rams him in, but he doesn't get until the Impale brings it back. Locked in place, Zika is a free target for Yon to get a kill. Lower health bars on the jungler here, but TL find a pick right before the Dragon.
Yeah, they're able to get that pick. That's pretty big. Umti, I thought, was actually going to drive him to safety there for a second. That got a little bit dicey.
Sketchy.
And then as Yon was pushing forward, he had to actually walk on the equalizer to finish off the kill. So not as clean as TL would like. Scout is coming. Impact also here on the flank. LNG looking like they potentially want to keep fighting this because Zika's going to be up in 12 seconds and he has TP, so they'll have a massive HP advantage if they can make this time.
Impact has everything available though. Curtain Call is brought into the forefront as TL's top laner thinks of an angle himself, but Core JJ has to absorb the bullet onto the back line. No, it's going over to TL, the Dragon, but they're caught in the middle. The TP bringing Zika back in as you labeled before as Umti drives out of there. TL looking for the grand escape, but Impact's now lost his team. He's behind enemy lines, but not for much longer as LNG look for another chase down. Yon is so low. Core JJ in kill range as well. He'll sacrifice his life, giving another kill over for the Dragon that makes 2. LNG gets some gold back.
Honestly, not that bad, though, because they're going to get the mid lane tier 1 as well. They're not reacting.
Scout also just backed, and his teleport's not up and available yet.
They just were not reacting at all. They're just standing there on the bot side.
LNG,
it's gone.
There's a what? You see the Baron?
That was bizarre.
What in the OME was that? LNG just lost Baron, and TL just snuck it.
Yeah, I mean, this is something TL did a lot in the LCS. There's somehow the TL was only on the bottom side of the pit, and like, because there are some weird wards on the map where they don't give you the vision where you think they would.
Observer toggled vision and showed down, and for this third Dragon, I will say giving it to TL though opens up a lot of doors in this game.
Well, look at mid lane. This is the problem, is LNG have kind of overcommitted to this bot side. They lost control of mid lane, so TL are going to say, yeah, go for it. Great, you take the Dragon. We could potentially go for this tier 2 mid. And now Impact's coming from below. They're going to look for the fight. Here comes Nico.
Remember, Yon as well can find the angle. As you said, that's only a clone. Impact has already teleported in, but it's a crushing blow. Impact finds a one-man as the Pop Blossom on 2 on the edge is good, but Hung keeps him at bay. Zika just runs through the rest of them with a good old g'day as he burns him down. Core JJ's next. You can see Hung on this rel played such a big role, and TL not getting the perfect fight we wanted that we talked about moments ago cost them dearly. second item here. So here we go. TL just going to try and push through mid as LNG look for another angle or an Hydra as well. And I am looking at Scout, as you mentioned. We do have some healing cut to be used against TL in this game. And specifically, not sure as Impale goes golden and Zika just avoids, but a Tangle Barbs as well. Equalizes down. Zika has his own time to spare, but he's not dead yet. He's not dead. Scout teleported in, sends him skyward, but Gala's ulti tags on the back end. APA lucky to be alive as Jean as well. These two carries are too low. TL need to scram, but he can't get away. That's Omti stuck in the ground as LNG just take him out for free.
Yeah, that's awful. There was a great equalizer from Zika to buy some time, and TL just kind of panicked and just tried to run for it there. It looked like they thought someone else is going to finish it off, surely, but no one else was able to stay and finish it off, and now Core could die. This could be Baron, potentially. Is this going to be spawning soon?
It's a permafrost. It's an easy kill. Nice Magna Storm from Hung. Gala picks it up, and as you said, that Baron is up in 20 seconds, and there's an inner turret with a wave.
They like down 10 minutes ago, so really it's all down to the execution, and in these last couple fights, TL just has not had it.
And if they go wrong, again, we talked about Scout, what he can do inside, but for now, he's joined the team. Impale didn't hit. General, what are we doing? How can you lead the troops like that? As LNG converge on his position, and he'll be taken out. 0-7 to that guy for 40 seconds, while Baron's up in a 5 versus 4.
Yeah, TL really failing on some of these execution plays. They're looking very nervous, and now LNG are on the Baron. APA does have an angle here on a potential flank, but so does Hung below. Yon gonna spot him now.
Core JJ is gonna get whacked for a few to start it off. A good shattering strike to equalize laid perfectly to bear. Core JJ's ticking down. APA finally hits an ulti though, but the Magna Storm is already back up. Can they get the damage down? You know the answer's no when Scout is hitting around, but Impact buys some time against these carries. He picked up a triple, but Gala and Scout are still standing, and that's all that matters.
And take the Dragon here, and the game will continue. Just about that 3,000 gold lead, and missing that Nico ult.
Zika is coming in. He's just walked from mid-wave as simply a clone for now. It takes the bait of LNG as Impact walks into the pit at 4K. Weiwei thinks about flipping the game, and classic LPL style in front of the pit. He does flip for the Baron. It goes to LNG. The curtain call sits over the wall and now looks for new targets as Jean has to get out of there. He's getting fried. He walks from the last 4 shot. That's good, but Zika now walking in after overheating himself, and LNG as a 5-stack. See blood. It's good burst damage here from APA off the side, and Yon helps with that, but it hasn't stopped here. LNG just want that little tick, but for Baron, they still...
As a result, they're going to try to overload the side lane here. They're going to look for Scout. Remember, he has no cleanse. If they can land the CC, they can get him.
Minions, Pop Blossom, he did. He did his homework, but he has to flush away from Omti while the turret goes down regardless. So
obviously, we're always going to lose this tower here, but Yon with Core on the side, they got to start clearing out this wave if they can. LNG could try to push the tempo here. They're going to go.
They're going to continue forward. As you said, the turret's going to turn into mincemeat. It's Core JJ locked on in. He turns it into a Zenith Blade because he can only engage, but Gala takes him downtown. A 4th shot into the ground as Omti tries to get it once again. It is support for now, but TL have lost too much damage on their jungler again. A Chin ulti, easy as that, as APA almost gets clipped on the side. It's Zika who goes golden, buys time. It ticks over anyway, and that makes a double here for Gala. LNG in front of the Nexus turret at 34 minutes. Yes, it was back and forth for a while. Yes, TL had some options, but LNG remained valiant. And in their first game of Worlds here in the Swiss stage, the LPL 3rd seed as they run into Impact and burn down the rest will take their first win to lead them 1-0.
Well done by LNG. Scout and